What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be building this ginormous router sled. It has a capacity of 4 feet by 8 feet. I'm going to be using it for some tabletops and things here in the future, and I also built it for a pretty low cost of about $65. So let's go ahead and get started with the project. Alright, so I just made a quick run to Home Depot, and here's what I got. Got a couple of these big concrete things. These are going to be the corners of our flattening system. I also got some 2x4s, some 10-footers, and some 8-footers. I made sure to pick out the absolute straightest ones that I could find. They actually just restocked all the 2x4s, so I was able to find some really straight ones. And here's my shop right here. This is where I want to build the flattening system. It's fairly level. We're going to have to do a little bit of leveling. But I want the flattening system right up by my shop, and I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I'll be kind of tearing it down and keeping some of the boards in the shop while I'm not using it, just to keep them from getting weathered and twisted and warped. But this is where I want the flattening system to go. Alright, so I just used the leaf blower and I blew all that off. I cut down all the little shrubs and stuff that were sitting right there. Now what I'm going to do is go get some spray paint and probably start laying out for this, so that way I can start digging it out nice and level. Alright, so I've got everything roughly laid out. I know that the area that I cleared with the leaf blower is going to be big enough, so now is the fun part. I've got to dig this pretty level, so I'm going to go get a 4-foot level, a couple of rakes, and obviously I've got my shovel. Alright, it's been a while since I made an update video, so I got the entire pad done last night. I had to come back this morning and finish some stuff up. I got these concrete blocks like I showed you from Home Depot. They have these slots in them that a 2x4 sits perfectly in. So basically what I did is I set my 4 blocks where I wanted them to be, laid the 2x4 rails across, and then adjusted until they were level. You can see down here I had to build it up underneath this one, and I compacted it down pretty good, and obviously I know it's going to settle. I'll just have to readjust it every once in a while. Once I did that, I got everything nice and square, and I made sure that I could do a 4-foot by 8-foot size on the inside, so it's just bigger than 4-foot by 8-foot, so that way I can route a 4-foot by 8-foot tabletop or something. And now I'm working on the big sled that the router slides on. So this is a 2x4 up on here that I made sure was very straight. I actually jointed it. And then this is just a little strip down at the bottom of Southern Yellow Pine, also very straight. So this is 1/2 of it. I'm going to make the other half, and the router sits down in here. And now I'm in here making the second one. This is the 2x4 rail, and then this is the little strip that goes up on edge that the router sits on. So I'm just sticking a little bead of glue along the edge there, because I want this to be very strong. So then I'm just using the nail gun and putting some nails into the strip. Alright, so I got the second strip made. You can see that we have a nice little area for the router to slide in. This whole thing slides along the rails that we put in our block, and it is, as you can see, pretty much dead level. So I'm super excited about this entire setup. Obviously I haven't been filming too much of it because it's kind of hard to film. I'm all over the place, and it's super big, so it's hard to kind of film this, but everything is very level, and I'm going to keep this all in my shop, all of the wooden parts at least, while I'm not using it, and that way they don't warp and twist and stuff, and then when I need it, I'll set it up outside. Guys, as you can see, the router sled is working very, very good. I'm not sure if you can tell how good that is, but I can't even feel any of the seams. It's just dead flat, and it takes a little bit of time to get the rails and everything set up, but once you do, it works perfectly. Now, this is an end grain cookie, so in a couple areas, I let the router get away from me, and it kind of tore up a little bit, but normally that's not going to happen. I'm super, super impressed with this whole entire thing, and I didn't think it was going to work this good. Guys, thank you so much for watching this week's video. This thing came out amazing. It's very, very accurate. I think the biggest downside is, obviously, I have to tear it down every time and reassemble it when I need to use it, but I'm not going to be doing huge slabs all the time. And like I said, once I get it out, I'm going to be flattening a ton of stuff at one time. I've already flattened a bunch of stuff for a tabletop. We're going to be making a really, really cool epoxy table in the next video, so you'll see that in a couple of weeks. But I flattened a bunch of slabs for that today, and it's very accurate. Everything is coming out perfectly flat. If you want to see more projects like this, more inexpensive budget projects like this, make sure you go ahead and get subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I know it was kind of a short video, and it was a little bit hard because I was trying to film all over the place, but I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next week.